Truth tells the best stories. August 23, 2013. Over the many eons of time that you have been traveling as a planetary body composite through the vortex of the sun's trajectory through the galaxy, you have had a lot of time to think about the way you would like to have things work out. Or in the case of having time to think, you have had a lot of time to have some deep thoughts and some brief but powerful insights. Inner world mechanisms of understanding being what they are, sometimes you hardly hear the echo of your soul's call to pay attention for a few moments, while it tries to share some general vital statistics with you. You have so much to compete with the sound of your soul in this now, and the deafening buzz of background noise is about to hit a new pitch of intensity. Stay grounded in the knowing that your soul is in the driver's seat for the reality-shifting ride ahead, and dive into the next adventure that the planet is undertaking with fearless abandon of worries and details of everyday humdrumness. The truth has been hiding in a web of lies for a long time now, and the time has come for it to emerge from the shadows, dust itself off, and speak for itself, for what you have been listening to has not had the real bright quality of veracity to help it alter your reality in a favorably concrete way. In fact, what has been passing for the status quo has long served merely to reinforce the concrete underpinnings of what has become the business-as-usual workaday world. That is set to change, and you along with it. No longer will half-truths satisfy your curiosity about what is happening in your world, and no longer will the tolerance of prejudice and morbidity be the norm for social behavior. Love is about to burst through the doorway and into the spotlight, primed and ready to deliver a message that has waited for just the right moment to unleash itself onto an unsuspecting, somewhat somnolent audience. You, if you are awake, are ready to hear it without flinching. You may be surprised at the response of those who doze, however, even at this late hour. They have a moment to take everything in and show themselves in their true colors. Don't blame them for sleeping late, for it was all part of their soul plan, and serves a purpose that does great good for the whole of humanity, even if you aren't aware of it yourselves, yet. What you are about to hear is a story of undeniable truth. It will soon become crystal clear that the lies you have woven your history from are fraying beyond repair. It is time for another story to have center stage. Would you like another one made of shadows and deceit, or one in which you can see and understand what your role is and what the future of the global human organism is capable of achieving? You may have had your fill of deceit and servitude by now. It is worth considering the alternative, and to really embrace the essence of what could be, it is necessary for you to cast off the costume of dark design and step into a new outfit altogether. What this means is that you have had a long time to explore the experience of slavery from various points of view, from addiction to employment, from law and order to cult bliss. There are many ways to experience limitation on what you are capable of, and even the most palatable can eventually show itself to be as dark as any other. The alternative is the truth that tells the story of you as a being of divine nature, lost in forgetfulness yet fully aware on the level of the soul about the life you are living in this now. That story has just begun to go mainstream, and while the main level of consciousness is yet in the twilight zone between wakefulness and sleep, you may take a moment to recalibrate your understanding of exactly what the purpose of being here really is. In this moment in your collective story, as you are living it, let all the knowingness you have acquired over the eons to slip away into a void of unknowing. It is not the end of knowing, but just a temporary setting aside of the act of knowing. In the moment before you, in which you know nothing about the way the world is fashioned, in which the pages of the storybook about the human race on Earth are blank, you have an idea of what real freedom is. Let that feeling plant itself within you, and allow yourself to come back into the know, into the now, unattached to thought of what is and what should be, free to let the soul's pen write the next few words from which you can direct your next few steps. Because there is so much happening on your planet at this time, is there any reason not to let go? You will not perish if you release your idea of who you are, and allow a greater understanding to root in your awareness of self. The future of the greater body of humanity will not suffer if you end your relationship with the person you thought you were and start a new friendship with the faithful friend who has always lived inside of your being. The truth is, dear friends, that the world is about to lose the pattern that has kept the truth from letting you know what is happening without distortions and mutilation of its intrinsic weave. It is upon you now to look at the next step you might take as the role you have long been playing, and consider that there is more to gain by looking at things from a new perspective in which you allow your soul to give you a new idea of how to best navigate in a new world. That's the only way to help love be known, in fact. Even as a light worker, a healer, a yogi or a pawn, you can bear to reassess your true role as it is outside of what you have always known and what you have watched come into being. What's in the new moment yet unborn but taking form is best served by your highest potential having a clear field in which to run unimpeded by things like me and who I am. What lay beyond the next moment remains to be seen, but with the eyes of your pure self, you will emerge into something more engaging than what has been written for you outside of the light of love's natural world. Let the pages take a new turn, and history reflect your power as conscious co-creators of a world where truth wears the world's latest style, soul bold and beautiful. The Pleiadian Renegades. Channeled by Marianne Rada. Opalescent9.com